Fuck self-love. Hating myself helped me lose 42 kilos. But the hard part comes now. Now I have to learn how to love myself, because I attached my whole personality, my whole identity, and this change that I went through to hating myself. And I'm afraid that if I don't hate myself, then I will lose everything that I worked for. I cannot even remember a time where I woke up in the morning and I said that I am proud of my body, that I look good. I looked in the mirror and I told myself, like, you fucking fat bastard, look at you. No girl would date you with your man boobs and your big belly. This is the sort of stuff I was telling myself. Imagine. For many, many years. But hate is an amazingly powerful motivator, because this inner voice, this hateful voice, made me wake up in the morning and run 5 kilometers or go to the swimming pool or start going to the gym every single day. This self-hate was the thing that motivated me to count my calories every day, to eat healthily, and to essentially have the fear that if I just miss one day, then all the progress that I've made is out of the window. This went on for years. This feeling of not being enough, not feeling enough, always more and more and more. And now I'm in a period of my life where objectively I know that I look good, and I am the way I always wanted to be. And the people around me say to me how great I look, but it just doesn't land. Because in my mind, I'm still in the period of I can only go forward and I can only progress if I hate myself. What if I just get soft on myself? Then all of this is out of the window. I will not progress. I will not reach the goals that I actually want. But imagine that you are your own best friend, or I am my own best friend. I would never talk to my best friend the way I talk to myself. If I talked to this best friend the way I talk to myself, they would leave me. They would not be my friend. So why am I talking to myself this way? I am no different than any other person. The things I hear, the things I get, affect me, have an emotional reaction on me. But if all I get is hate and hate and hate, I will have this emotion inside that I'm not loved by the person who is there with me all the time, which is myself. This person whose voice I constantly hear is only telling me hateful stuff. But this is not sustainable. It helped me to lose fat really quickly. It helped me to change my life. But now it is even harder. Because everyone can tell you how to lose fat, and this is what I do essentially. Be on a caloric deficit, don't drink alcohol, count your calories, exercise. This is all easy stuff. But no one talks about the role of self-hate in fat loss. Probably you are the way you are right now, and probably you are overweight now because you hate yourself. There is something within you that wants to break out. There is something within you that you are not okay with. Maybe you are depressed. Depression essentially is the constant feeling of you cannot be yourself. And maybe you are trying to cure this depression with food. I was the same. I was eating because this was one of the happiness sources for me. But the fact that I'm still not okay with myself is underneath. This has to come out, because then nothing will change. I will attach this self-hate to everything that I do. This will be the motivator for me with everything in my life. So if I could give one advice to this 22, 23-year-old guy who I was a couple of years ago, hate will only get you so far. But it's much better if you start loving yourself and being your own supporter. Because yes, hate brings results, but then what? Then you get the result, you get what you wanted, but you still have to live with yourself. You still have to live with this inner voice that is always negative, that always hates you, that always says that you are a piece of shit, that you are worthless, that you are not good enough. I now look thin, I now look muscular, I am healthy, I'm everything that I wanted to be. But still there is this inner voice of I'm not good enough. I'm not healthy enough. I don't look good enough. More, more, more. And if I don't deal with this, then this will never stop. Maybe I will have a six-pack in a couple of months or years. Maybe I will be looking like a fitness model, I don't know. Maybe I will make a lot of money. Maybe I will live a dream life. But there will be still this voice inside that I'm not good enough, that I need more. And I'm doing all this for the wrong reasons. I'm doing all this to get this validation from the outside that I'm good enough. But this will never happen because no one is coming to save me. I have to be there for myself. I have to be the person who actually shows love to myself and who is not seeking other people for validation. If you've lived your whole life like this, like I did, with this self-hate, with this self-talk, then it's really, really hard to get out of this. What I do now is I talk to myself, essentially. I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, like, hey, Marty, how are you doing? How did you sleep? Sometimes I come out here on the beach and I just walk and I talk to myself. I also journal a lot. So I write down my thoughts. I'm having this conversation with myself. I realized recently that I was saying all this stuff about me and I was sharing all this stuff about me to the world because I was seeking other people's approval, for them to say to me that I'm good enough, that I look good. If I went out with a beautiful girl, then that meant that I'm good enough. I got the validation, I got the approval. But then, if this girl went away, I immediately felt this lack of not being enough, this lack of this other person to validate me. Because the voice inside did not do this. The voice inside said the opposite constantly. So me dealing with this inner voice is an end result of this fat loss journey. I'm really motivating you to lose the fat. This will be your entry ticket to a much better life. But don't do what I did and don't do it out of hate, because you will look the way you look, but deep inside you will be the same person. The same person full of hate, the same person full of shame about themselves. There will be always someone prettier than you. There will be always someone fitter than you. There will always be someone who has more muscle or a better car or a more beautiful girlfriend than you. You just need to be okay with yourself. And this is something I'm still learning to this day. Satisfaction is a great form of happiness, in my opinion. So use your hate in a way that it moves you forward, but be conscious of the fact that it will only get you so far. If you want the real change, that the real change starts from within. You can change your body, but we are one in body and soul. This is both part of your personality. Sometimes when I go to the gym here in Hoi An, I see these model-looking people who look amazing, but I can see that they are desperate. I can see that they are super depressed and they don't like themselves. They don't smile. They don't enjoy the life that they built. I wish I could look the way they do, and you probably wish you look the same way as me. But you don't see the satisfaction. You don't see the joy. You see this depression that they are not enough. So I ask myself the question, where will this stop? Where will I say that I am good enough? This can only start if you build this new routine, and you build this journey, this fat loss journey, or any journey that you are on, with self-love. Grabbing yourself by the hand, watching yourself as your best friend or your partner or anyone that you really love, and taking yourself on this journey. And you say that, yeah, yesterday I was 130 kilos, a week later I'm 128. You don't say to yourself that you're still a piece of shit, like a fat bastard. You say to yourself that, yes, I already lost 2 kilos. How great is that? I'm already progressing forward, and it's gonna take time, but it's okay. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. Also, if you could get people to support you on this journey, that would be amazing as well. But if this is just only you, know that you can lose all this fat, but you will still have to live with yourself for the rest of your life, and no one is coming to save you. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself and change your life for good and not just your appearance. I hope this video was useful for you and I could shed you some insight of what it actually like to lose fat, because no one is talking about this. And check out my free PDF that I made. It's in the description about how I lost 42 kilos. Completely free. I go into it in 6 steps, and I see you in the next episode. Ciao.